Hi friends, I'm Mark Govan with ABC Pest Control in Largo, Florida, and host of Florida Gardening, heard on 970 WFLA AM in Tampa Bay. Today we're going to learn how to dry garden bulbs. Now, a lot of people like to store garden bulbs over the winter time. Many people try to do this more often up north versus down in the south, but I'm going to give you the idea of exactly how you go ahead and do that. First of all, you have to start out, you need a couple of things. You'll need the bulbs that you want to go ahead and store. You're also going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some paper towel and some newspaper and a cool, dry spot to store your bulbs when we're done. So right now, what we're using today is an amaryllis bulb. Now, these were actively growing and they just got done blooming. If this is one of the plants that you may have in your garden, it's all done blooming, and you want to go ahead and store it, the first thing you're going to need to do is to remove that plant from the ground, or the pot in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these plants right out of the pot. First thing we need to do is to remove the plant from the pot or the soil. So let's go ahead and see if we can get these out. There we go. As you see, they've got quite a bit of roots on the plant right now. And what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is break up the bulbs themselves. So I'm going to pull the bulbs away from the soil, and I'm going to pull the dirt off of the plant. So let's go ahead and get all this off. We've got one, two, 3 and 4. Okay. After we've removed them from the pot or from the soil, we're going to go ahead and cut off all the foliage and the roots from the bulb. I like to take them right at the top of the bulb where the last old leaf scar was here, and I'll take that off just like that. And I'm going to cut the roots right off at the base. Two, three. Okay. After the bulbs, the foliage has been removed and the roots have been removed, I'll go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and just lightly dry off the bulbs themselves, just to get any moisture. Sometimes we see worms and things that may be under the first upper layers of the bulb. So I'm going to pull off all that old dead stuff when I dry these individual bulbs off. There we go. That's nice on that one. And you don't have to be too clean about it. Just make sure you get that first layer of the bulb off of it so you can see if there's any insects that may have been on the bulb itself. And we're going to wrap each one of the bulbs. I like to wrap them separately in a little newspaper. So I'm going to take the piece of newspaper, put the bulb in, and I just wrap it up in some newspaper. And we're going to do this 4 times. I even take the little bulbs because, you know, even the little bulbs are going to grow as well. Once all the bulbs are wrapped up in newspaper, I'll go ahead and take these, and sometimes I'll put them in one bag and I'll label that bag what they are, so that come fall or come springtime next year, I'll go ahead and bring those back out and put them out into the garden. But what you want to make sure you do is store these bulbs now in a dark, dry area. You don't want to have any light on them, and you don't want to have any heat on them, or else the bulbs can dry out on you. But newspaper helps keep them nice and dry, and as long as they're in a nice dry area, cool dry area, these bulbs will last for a couple of years. I hope this helps you understand a little bit better about how to dry garden bulbs, and hope your garden bulbs come up for you in the spring. I'm Mark Govan with ABC Pest Control.